Good evening, friends. It's a delightful moment for me this evening, having all my close friends in Bangalore assembled here to felicitate me on this happy occasion, on the occasion of me assuming office as the 62nd President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Friends, I can say I'm humbled and I'm extremely thankful to each one of you present here for having joined us this evening and for the love and affection you have showered on me, the support you have extended to me, and I deem it a honor and privilege to stand before you as the President of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Friends, it's been a long journey for me in the Institute, the last 22 years, having worked for the welfare and for the members and students of the profession. Let me tell you, friends, it was an exciting journey. It was an exciting journey. I had a great passion to serve the membership, a great passion to serve the students and members, and that is why I say my journey was exciting. Here, I would like to recognize the motivation given to me by my father, late K Raghu, who's no more with us now, but he was one great motivator of mine. I did my articleship training under him. He was very keen that I should get into the institute activities very much early in life, and he said, Raghu, it's a great opportunity for you to serve the profession. I entered the institute very much late in life, but I would want you to get into the professional institute very at a young age, and he was keen that I should get into the Bangalore branch, regional council, and then the central council. I'm happy today that I have fulfilled his wish. Many friends ask me, Mr. Raghu, what makes you work so long for such a long time? 22 years is a long time in anyone's professional life. The prime of my life has been dedicated to the institute. I tell them that the only passion in me, the only fire in my belly is that, yes, I had to fulfill my dad's dream to get elected to the Central Council. He said, Mr. Raghu, Central Council is a great opportunity for you to serve the profession, and I personally believe that, yes, you could make a difference. In fact, many members present here know that my father contested for the Central Council and he couldn't make it, and he was keen that I should make it, and that is the only fire in my belly that made me work very hard. And when I started my journey, it was so exciting, so interesting, coming across a lot of professionals. And in the course of my journey, I thought, yes, this is something very interesting, something very exciting. I should try to see how best I can bring about a change in the profession. I'm extremely delighted that my Honorable Vice President, Mr. Manoj Fadnis, is here in Bangalore. I requested him, sir, you have to be here. Bangalore is felicitating me, the branch is felicitating me, and be very happy to, if you could be here, and he was very happy to join us this evening. My warm welcome to you, Manoj Bhai, and I'm very confident Manoj Bhai would, a very simple, humble person is Mr. Manoj Fadnis, having served the Institute for the last 22 years. I'm sure the kind of contribution he has made for the IFRS convergence. He was the chairman of the Accounting Standards Board. The Direct Taxes Committee has done a lot for the profession, and I'm extremely happy to have him as my Vice President. I'm very confident he will extend me the fullest support to help me to take the Institute to greater heights. Distinguished past President, Mr. B.P. Rao, in my biodata, it is said that Mr. Raghu is the second person from Karnataka. This morning, there was a reporter speaking to me, asking me, Mr. Raghu, can you tell me who is the first person from Karnataka? I said, the first person from Karnataka is Mr. B.P. Rao. So, Mr. B.P. Rao, we have seen your contribution. I've had the opportunity of working with you when you were the Vice President, I was a member of the Managing Committee, the kind of commitment you have demonstrated, the kind of role model you have been for all of us. I can just say, sir, we are extremely fortunate to have you amongst us, and I'm really happy that you will be supporting me, guiding me, and I'm sure you'll be playing a very important role in seeing that I'll be able to discharge my duties effectively. Congratulations to our newly elected Chairman Babu, a very simple and rustic member of the profession. I'm sure he'll do a great job. A lot of activities would happen at Bangalore. We'll have the international conference, we'll have the international students conference, we'll have high profile events, and I've already sensitized Babu that he has to work hard, he has to put in all his efforts. I've requested the entire team at Bangalore. Bangalore's got a very energetic team that they need to support me, and they've all assured me 100% they are with me Thank you, Mr. Babu, and I'm sure we'll be able to work together and try to bring Bangalore on the global map. Mr. Allama Prabhu, the Vice Chairman, Mr. Pampanna, the Secretary, Mr. Ravindranath for having done an excellent job. I think Bangalore has done an excellent job. Last year we won the commendation certificate. I think we should compliment Mr. Ravindranath for the good job that he has done. I would also like to recognize our former Central Council members, Mr. K Raghu, Mr. N. Nityananda, who put in so many years of service to the profession. I've had the opportunity of traveling with Mr. Nityananda around the region, around whenever he used to travel to Hubli, Belagaum, Mysore, he used to tell me, Raghu, why don't you join along with me? He's been a great mentor, supported me all along in my professional career. I'm very happy to have you here, sir, and thanks for all your good words. Former regional council members, Mr. Dagliaji. Dagliaji was my neighbor in Unity Building. Whenever I used to file my nomination for the elections, I used to just go to him first and take his signature. And he always used to guide me, Mr. Raghu, put in a lot of hard work and you'll see success. That is one statement he used to make every time. I still remember we used to have coffee together at Kamath Hotel in Unity Building. Many times when I used to go to Kamath Hotel, I used to meet Mr. Daglia. The love and affection, what he has for me, I'm really thankful to you, sir. Mr. Prasad, traveled with Prasad around the region, great friend. And thanks to you for all the good words. And of course, all the past chairmen of the Southern India Regional Council, Mr. M.S. Ranganath, Mr. Vishnu Bharat, when he was the chairman of the Regional Council, I was a member of the Regional Council. I saw him working so well for the Institute. We had a beautiful regional conference at Chaudhary Memorial Hall. A very dedicated member of the profession, Mr. Madhamurthy, Mr. Vishwanath, two friends who have done a lot to the profession. Yes, my good friend Vinay has been a great supporter of mine, a great fan of mine. He's introduced me so much. He talked about me so much. He worked on this presentation and he wanted to say that, yes, Mr. Raghu, this is my love to you. And thank you, Mr. Vinay, for all the support you've extended to me, for the love, affection. And I know Vinay right from my college days. He was my senior in college. That was way back in 1984. And since then, we have been good friends, a solid supporter of mine. And I'm really thankful to you, Vinay, for all your support extended to me. Mr. Davalgi, the president of the Karnataka State Sea Association, and of course my family members who are present here, my mother, K Bhagyalakshmi, who has been a source of support. And whenever I go up to her and tell her, Mummy, I would like to do this, she never says no to me. She always says, please go ahead. And she's one, I could say, been a great source of encouragement for me. I'm very happy that my mother, Srimati K Bhagyalakshmi, is here. Her good wishes, her love and affection to me. I'm really thankful to her. Of course, my wife Indira Raghu, she's been a great motivator. She misses me most of the time. And of course, we are connected on WhatsApp. The entire family, myself, my daughter, my son are connected on WhatsApp. Wherever I go, I send them a picture, tell them what I'm doing so that we are connected. And as Nityananda very rightly said, we need to be away from home. Last year as the vice president, I was in Bangalore for about 35 days. I was traveling around the country, around the world for the, for the profession. And we do miss the family, we do miss the children. And suddenly I find my children growing fast and my daughter, my son, they miss me a lot and we are connected on WhatsApp. I'm extremely thankful to my wife and my children for the support they're extending to me. Without whose support, I don't think, friends, you'll be able to serve for 22 years. It's a very, very difficult task and they've really helped me to achieve what I have achieved today. My brother, Mr. Ravi, also has supported me in the profession. His son, Rahul, Suraj, they're all here. I'm so happy. My father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my brother-in-law, all of them are here. I'm really happy that they're all here to grace this occasion. I would also like to place on record the contribution of the members of the Managing Committee of the Bangalore branch, all the distinguished members present here. I know each one of you by name. I know each one of you personally. I've interacted with you many times. And it's really a great honor for me to see all of you this evening on the occasion of my felicitation. I would also like to thank all the senior members who came up on stage and felicitated me, spoke good words about me. And I'm sure I would live up to your expectations. I'll put all my energies at my command to see that I'll be able to take the Institute to greater heights. Finally, I would like to thank the Bangalore branch, the chairman, Mr. Babu, for having felicitated me on this occasion. And it's a very touching moment for me. And I will cherish the memories for a long time to come. I can only say that, yes, friends, it's a new journey for me. And I'm sure in this journey, all of you would be together with me. And all of us together would try to bring about some changes that is required for the profession, because everyone is looking at us, a lot of expectations from society, from the regulators, from the government. I'm sure we can play a very proactive role, and each one of us present here can help me to see that we're able to bring about a transformation the way the institute is functioning today. Finally, Mohandas Pai. Mohandas Pai has been my role model. I've been a silent admirer of Mohandas Pai. I met him for the first time along with my father, Mr. K. R. Kumar. We had a plan to set up an audio library when I was the chairman of the Students Association, and asked my father, whom do you think I should invite? He said, you invite Mr. Mohandas Pai. He's a brilliant member of the profession and you should call him. And when I picked up the phone and called him, sir, I would like you to inaugurate the audio library at Bangalore. He readily accepted. That is when my relationship with Mr. Mohandas Pai began. Has been a great source of support for the Bangalore branch, for the institute, and whenever we reach out to Mr. Mohandas Pai never says no. Thank you, Mr. Mohandas Pai, for the kind of support. Few days back, that is on Sunday, I was with Mr. Mohandas Pai in Bangalore. Friends, in Bangalore, we have inaugurated a new branch building that was inaugurated on Sunday. That was the first branch building inaugurated by me, and Mr. Mohandas Pai was the guest of honor for that function. And then when I talked to him and told him about my action plan, I said, sir, I need your support for the CA Benevolent Fund. We would like to come out with some sort of scheme so that we're able to have more and more contributions coming in. He quickly took a piece of paper and worked out an entire, a plan as to how I could raise funds. And he said, Mr. Raghu, your target should be 100 crores to raise the corpus to the CA Benevolent Fund. Friends, believe it or not, as a chairman of the CA Benevolent Fund, last year I was the vice chairman of the CA Benevolent Fund, we get a lot of requests from spouses of members seeking financial aid from the institute. We find that yes, members have passed away suffering from diseases, and we have the spouses coming to us for financial help. And we contribute from the institute every month for a period of 5 years. And we find that the number of applications are increasing. We do not have the corpus. Of course, we continuously try to reach out to the members to support this initiative. But yes, we need to build up the corpus. This year we have an ambitious target. And when Mr. Mohandas Pai said, Raghu, you should have a target of 100 crores, I said, sir, please give me a plan and let me implement it. He said, he worked out the entire plan and he said, Mr. Raghu, I said, sir, please let me know how you can help me. He said, Mr. Raghu, I'll contribute a sum of rupees 1 crore to the CA Benevolent Fund. I think that is really magnanimous of Mr. Mohandas Pai. And he said, Mr. Raghu, this is a good start for you. I'm sure you will do it. I will also help you in this endeavor. And I can only say, sir, you have made a very good beginning. Let me assure you that I'll put in my best efforts when I travel across the world, across the country, try to reach out to people and see how best we can improve the corpus so that we can help more and more people who require support from the institute. Friends, having said this, I think it's time for me to unleash the action plan for the year 2014-15, which is announced on the 12th of February 2014 at Delhi. Whenever a new president takes charge, he announces an action plan. And this year, the action plan for the year is moving towards new frontiers. This is what the action plan, which you can see there. And here we would like to state that yes, we would like to demonstrate to the community, the CA community, demonstrate to the society that yes, here is a profession that is moving towards new frontiers. We would like to convey to the society that here is a profession that is responsive, that is dynamic, that is fast changing. And we would like to say that as a leader of the profession, I would like to take the institute to newer frontiers. When we talk about newer frontiers, it connotes multiple things. Today, we have a lot of new areas opening up for the profession. Today we are having the profession moving to a specialization mode. We have chartered accountants who have expertise in international taxation, IFRS, ERP implementation, information systems audit, forensic fraud detection, forensic accounting. All these are new emerging areas. So we see that yes, we need to move towards the new opportunities for the profession. Number two, we also have a lot of opportunities for our young members to go abroad and pursue global careers. A lot of frontiers are opening up. Today we have 22 foreign chapters around the world, and we feel that yes, there's a great opportunity for us to see that the young members of our profession are able to get into newer geographies and take up global careers. The institute, being the second largest accounting body in the world, is growing fast. Today we have 240,000 chartered accountants, 10 lakh students, 143 branches, 5 regional councils, 22 overseas chapters of one big family of, one big community. I think this is the biggest strength of the institute, and I'm sure the changes that is taking place around in the economy, the kind of role we as chartered accountants can play, I'm sure we'll be able to move towards new frontiers. I've identified 12 strategic areas which I'll be focusing on in the current year, and I would like to quickly take you through the 12 areas so that you'll get a flavor of what is in store for you. I would like to articulate the action plan so that each one of you present here could tell me, Mr. Raghu, yes, here is where we can help you. That is what I would expect each one of you. Maybe after the presentation is over, during dinner time, you could come up to me and say, Mr. Raghu, I'm available to you on this area, and that is why I would seek your indulgence when I go about explaining to you the action plan. We're talking about leadership and influence. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India would be the leader amongst leaders. We would like to play a very important role in influencing the government. We are working closely with the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We are working with all of them to see that how best we as a profession can support them, because the Chartered Accountancy Institute is known as a partner in nation building. And whenever we go to the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Corporate Affairs, they have a lot of praise for the CA Institute. In fact, we would like to partner with the Ministry of Corporate Affairs for the effective implementation of the Companies Act. Recently, when we had the VCS scheme, we had a call from the Finance Minister of our country, Mr. Chidambaram, and when we met him at his chamber, he said your members played a very important role in the the scheme, what we had, voluntary disclosure scheme we had a few years back. I would like to have your support. Immediately I volunteered. I said, sir, why don't we have a webcast? For the first time in the history of the institute, we had a live webcast from the finance minister's chamber, and this was beamed live to all our members, and 25,000 chartered accountants viewed this webcast. The VCS scheme was a big success, and today the Ministry of Finance is in all praise for us for the kind of support we are extending to them. Of course, we are giving the pre-budget memorandum, post-budget memorandum. We are helping them in the direct tax code. We are working very closely with the Ministry of Finance, and I'm sure way forward we'll have much bigger roles to play as far as the Ministry of Finance is concerned. With the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, we are working very closely with them. We have taken a mandate this year to conduct 1,000 investors awareness programs. Friends, I think there is a need for us to demonstrate our social commitment. Today, what is happening, nook and corner of the country, investors are making wrong investment decisions. Through our entire fraternity of chartered accountants, 143 branches, we have taken a mandate to conduct 1,000 investors awareness programs to educate the investors as to how they should go about making the right kind of investments. When I met Sachin Pilot a few days back, and I told him, sir, we would like to see that we'll conduct more and more investors awareness programs. He said, Mr. Raghu, you are from the technology city of Bangalore. I think you need to leverage on technology and reach out to all the young investors across the country. I told him, sir, we would definitely do that. We'll employ technology to reach out to all the young investors across the country so that they could make the right kind of investments. Of course, I also discussed with him about the concerns on the Companies Act, the audit rotation, the concerns on audit rotation, the cap on number of audits. I just told him in one statement, sir, we would want you to see that the profession grows and you have a very important role to play. We also expressed our concerns on NAFRA, on fraud reporting. And when I explained to him all these concerns, he said, Mr. Raghu, we are with you. You are a part of us. And I can assure you that we will see how best we are able to protect the interests of the institute. I think this is the kind of assurance what we have got from the Honorable Minister for Corporate Affairs, Sachin Pilot. And way forward, I'm sure we'll be able to work with them and see how best the profession would be immensely benefited by the participation of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Having said this, we are playing a very important role with all the regulators, the Reserve Bank of India, the Securities Exchange Board of India, the IRDA, and we see that as a profession, we need to continuously work with these regulators. And whenever we meet the Deputy Governor, the Governor of Reserve Bank of India, the senior officials in SEBI and IRDA, they all have good words about the profession. And we would like to continue our partnership with them. We would like to proactively take up projects which would be useful for the community as a whole and for the society as a whole. As far as IFRS convergence is concerned, we have given a revised roadmap to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. We have said that all corporates with a net worth of 1,000 crores and above should implement IFRS from 1st of April 2015. And very shortly, the Ministry of Corporate Affairs will be inviting us for a discussion, because the new Companies Act is likely to get implemented from the 1st of April 2014. And once the new Companies Act with all the sections are notified, the draft rules are notified, I think IFRS convergence would happen. And I would request all the members present here to get yourself prepared for the new era, IFRS era. Today, more than 130 countries have adopted IFRS in the preparation of financial statements, and it is absolutely essential for us as a country to align with what is happening globally. And Mohandas Pai, whenever he meets me, he said, Mr. Raghu, you need to take the institute to greater heights. You need to see how best we can converge with what is happening around the world. And I can happily tell you, friends, that the Accounting Standards Board has come out with a new set of international financial reporting standards in India. It's called Ind AS. We are completely ready to roll out IFRS in our country. We have trained 10,000 chartered accountants. We have a certification course on IFRS. And I can only say that, yes, we are completely prepared and ready for the IFRS implementation in India. We're just waiting for the nod for the Ministry of Corporate Affairs. The moment we get the nod, I think our members will be actively involved in IFRS convergence. As far as the regulatory role is concerned, the Institute is playing its role to perfection. I'm extremely happy to inform you that all the disciplinary cases filed before the Institute before 2007 has been completely disposed of. Last year, we traveled around the country. We spent about 84 days to clear off all these cases. We conducted meetings in many locations. And today, we are having cases, maybe about 600 cases. We are very confident by the end of the year, we'll be completely on an online real-time basis. So if a complaint is filed with the Institute, we'll be able to dispose it off as quickly as possible. The Peer Review Board, the Financial Reporting Review Board, the Ethical Standards Board are all doing a great job. We are trying to see how best we improve the quality of professional work to the Peer Review Board. The Ethical Standards Board is coming out with a robust framework for members to follow the ethical code of the Institute. And FRRB is playing a very important role in reviewing the financial statements of top listed companies in the country. Friends, I think we would continue to play our role in leadership and influence. Number two, global opportunities. I talked about the way the world, today the Indian CAs are known across the world. If you go to the most happening place is the Gulf region. Today in Dubai, there are more than 1,500 chartered accountants. In a place like Abu Dhabi, about 600 CAs. In a place like Kuwait, about 400 CAs. About 8,000 CAs are there in the Gulf region. We see a huge potential for more and more members to go there, because the kind of pay packages, the kind of job opportunities are plenty in the Gulf region. The second happening place is Australia. We recently opened a chapter in Brisbane. We have 3 chapters in Australia: Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane, and there are more than 2,000 chartered accountants in Australia. A chartered accountant in Australia can earn 1 lakh US Australian dollars every year, and we find that that's a good salary. And we would like to empower more and more members to go abroad. And the third happening location is Singapore. Singapore, we have more than 2,000 CAs working in Singapore. We have entered into mutual recognition agreements with many countries, with various accounting regulators, and this facilitates our young generation members to go to these countries and take up global careers. I'm extremely happy to inform you that the International Affairs Committee of the Institute is planning to enter into mutual recognition agreements with many more countries, so that members of our profession who want to take up global careers can choose the country of their choice. We plan to come out with welcome kits. This welcome kits would be downloadable from the website. This welcome kit will have all the details of that respective country. Let us say a young CA wants to go to Dubai. He has to just download this welcome kit to Dubai. He'll know what are the requirements, what are the visa requirements, what are the opportunities in that country, who are all our chapter members. He'll also know what are all the companies operating in Dubai, and we'll try to see how best we can facilitate him so that he can just prepare himself and go to these countries. And our single point agenda on the global front is to increase the headcount. We want to double the headcount in the next 3 years. That is our plan, because we see more and more opportunity, and the young generation today are preferring to go to various other countries. And we are taking the support of our foreign chapters. This year, there's a plan to set up 6 new chapters, and I'm sure by adding 6 more chapters to the existing 22 chapters, we'll be able to have our presence across the world. And only one thing I can tell you, whenever we go abroad, whenever we travel around the world, there's a lot of good words about the profession. The mere fact you say that you are 240,000 CAs and 10 lakh students, everyone looks up to you with great respect, and that is something that gives a lot of pride for the institute. The next area of focus would be members in industry. Today, 55% of the members are in industry. Chartered accountants in industry are playing a very important role. Gone are the days the chartered accountants were only in manufacturing sector, the banking and finance sector. Today we have chartered accountants in all the new sectors, let it be IT, ITS, retail, infrastructure, telecom, you find chartered accountants. I think we should see if you go to Infosys campus, you'll have so many young CAs working in Infosys technologies, involved in software development and involved in outsourcing. And I see a lot of opportunities for our young members in the new generation sectors. And we believe that our practicing members need to be empowered, because the practicing members do not have time to come to the institute. They are not interested to comply with the CP requirements. They find it very difficult to come to the institute. That is the reason why we started e-learning courses. We launched webcasting for the benefit of industry members, so that we are able to deliver quality education at their doorstep. This year, we have ambitious plans to help the members in industry. We would like to see how best we can support them in their career. People who are looking at switching from one job to the other, we would like to have a placement portal. We are conducting campus placement in about 15 locations. More than 200 companies participate in the campus interviews, and today young CA can draw a package of 5 to 6 lakhs. We would like to see how best we are able to support the young CAs in continuing to do this campus interviews. And we are very confident that we'll be able to see that they get into good jobs. We're conducting outreach programs. We go to a particular corporate and try to put all the CAs together and talk to them about the institute. We're also doing a lot of setting up a lot of study circle in various corporates, so that they can have their training programs within their own campus. In Bangalore, we have set up 6 study circles, wherein various corporates. Recently, we opened a study circle at HCL, where all the chartered accountants in HCL can come together and discuss and have their training programs, and they can get the CP credit from the institute. The next focus area would be members in practice. Members in practice again constitute 45% of our membership. Most of the members in practice are small and medium practitioners, either sole proprietors or 2 partners or 3 partners. Yes, this is something there globally also. We find in many countries small and medium practitioners are dominant. We would like to encourage and support the small and medium practitioners, and we have a committee known as Small and Medium Practitioners Committee, which is already supporting the SMPs. We are providing with accounting software, payroll software, billing software, XBRL software. We have tied up with many nationalized banks to give concessional credit facilities for members to have good offices, because we believe that members, small and medium practitioners, should have good offices, smart offices. Whenever we go about meeting people, we encourage them and tell them that yes, there's a need for you to have a smart office, and for that there's a lot of support that's being given by various nationalized banks. In addition to this, we would like to see how best we are able to help the chartered accountants practicing to get into specialization mode. Like in the medical profession, today our profession is slowly moving to an era of specialization. Today the industry looks at chartered accountants with expertise, either in any of the new areas that is emerging. Today when we go to RBI, when we were discussing with the Reserve Bank of India, Deputy Governor Mr. Chakrabarti, he said, Mr. Raghu, we want a list of 500 chartered accountants who can conduct forensic audit for us. Can you provide us with a list of chartered accountants who can help us to conduct forensic audit? When we go to CBI, they tell us, Mr. Raghu, can you help us in providing a list of chartered accountants who can conduct fraud detection? So today what is happening is there's a need for chartered accountants with expertise in international taxation, indirect taxes, IFRS. Once it comes, a lot of opportunity. We would like to encourage our practicing members, our small and medium practitioners, to specialize. Specialization is one opportunity for them to scale up their practice. They'll be able to have new revenue earning opportunities. And for this, we have launched 13 certification courses which are extremely popular. And I would request the members present here, in case you would like to take up the certification courses, I think you should decide to take up the certification courses, so that you build the right kind of skill sets that would help you to specialize in this area. Friends, Companies Act throws a lot of challenges for the SMPs. Yes, today audit rotation talks about even private limited companies and one-person companies would come under audit rotation. The ceiling on the number of audits, 20 company audits per member. Again, one-person company, private limited companies come under that. As I told you, we have made a request to the Ministry of Corporate Affairs that one-person companies and private limited companies should be kept out of the ambit of audit rotation and on the ceiling on the number of audits. And I'm sure the SMP's interest would be protected. The next area which we'd like to focus this year would be on women empowerment. This is one new area which I have taken up. I have set up a new committee with the permission of the council. It's known as Women Members Empowerment Committee. 22% of the women membership are women. You go to a place like Indore, where our vice president comes from, You'll be surprised to see that in an audience like this, 50% of the audience is women members. They're all extremely successful, practicing. And whenever I travel around various regions, I find that the women members are quite a dominant number. Yes, they have their own challenges. The first 5 years of their career, they're all very happy. They get into a good job, they get a good salary. The moment they get married, yes, they have a lot of challenges at home. They need to take care of the children, they need to take care of the family, so their professional life becomes checkered. So to help the women members of our profession, what I've decided is we want to launch on the 8th of March 2014 a flexi working portal for the women members. Let us say a women member in Bangalore wants to work, let us say from 12 to 4, she can register herself on the flexi portal, and I will make a request to all the member firms across the country that here is a portal where we have women members ready to work on a flexi basis. In case you are interested in utilizing the services, you please go to the portal and download that information and get in touch with him. I'm sure this will be providing an opportunity for all the women members to get connected to the profession back, because I find that many women members, because of their personal commitments, are not able to contribute, not able to get connected to the profession. And I'm sure this initiative would be very much useful to the women members, and we would like to see how best we can support them. Another important areas where we feel the women members, we need to support them, is the new Companies Act talks about women being on the board of corporates. We see a huge opportunity for our women members here. We want to carry out capacity building programs to train them to be independent directors. And once I train our women members to be independent directors, I think many corporates would be interested in utilizing the services to be as independent directors. The next focus area, friends, would be young members empowerment. These are the two new areas which I have taken up this year. That will be the flavor for the year, because 50% of the membership are young. Today, 50% of the 240,000 are below the age group of 35. And myself being a young leader, yes, I'm able to understand their expectations. And when I interact with them, I find that they're not interested in bank audit, they're not interested in C&AG audits, they're not interested in traditional work. And when I talk to them, their expectations are different, their aspirations are different. We have mapped all their expectations and aspirations, and we'd like to handhold and support them. And that is the reason we have set up a new committee known as Young Members Empowerment Committee. This committee would focus on the young generation chartered accountants, the next generation chartered accountants, because we see that the future is in them. We would like to map their concerns, try to work for their welfare, and try to see how best we're able to support the young members. And I'm very confident that this new committee would support all the initiatives of the young members. Coming to our students, we have 10 lakh students. I think it's a big number. And today we have a long distance training program wherein we provide study materials, suggested answers, revision test papers. But yes, today what is happening globally, most of it is happening online. Students are studying online. You go to any university in Singapore or you go to any university in United Kingdom, you find that the way training happens to the students is totally different. I was traveling with the vice chairman of TCS, Mr. Ram Dorai, and he told me, when I introduced myself, I told him, sir, I'm the vice president of the institute. I would want to bring about one change for the student community. What do you suggest? He said, Mr. Raghu, you need to plan for a cloud campus. In the cloud campus, the entire 10 lakh students would get connected to the cloud. There'll be a virtual presence of all the students in this cloud campus. It'll be a virtual campus. And what we plan to do in this cloud campus is all the offerings of the BOS, the Board of Studies, which provides study material to the students, will be available on an e-learning mode. It will be available in an e-book format. It will be available in audio lectures, video lectures, everything will be available to them. In addition to that, we also want to have an e-diary. Every week they need to upload whatever they've been trained, so that we would like to do some sort of a validation to see whether students are undergoing practical training. Another area which we would like to focus on is coming out with the articleship training portal. Today, let us say an article clerk in his office has not carried out a particular audit. Let us say he's been deputed to do a stock audit. We will provide him with all the formats for conducting a stock audit. We'll provide him with a sampled stock audit report so that he's able to use the resources provided by the institute in carrying out his stock audit effectively. So we are planning for articleship training portal in the cloud campus. So this cloud campus, the entire CA student community will be connected to the cloud. They'll be able to download. And another feature which we plan to do is online mentoring. Let us say a person like Mr. Mohan Das Pai is retired from Infosys. He says, Mr. Raghu, I'm available for 4 days a week for 2 hours. So Mr. Mohan Das Pai will go to the cloud campus of the CA community. Students register himself online, and he'll say, I'm available on Friday, Saturday, Sunday from 10 to 2. If there's a student in Surat and if he wants to get mentored by Mohan Das Pai, the student can log in and then register himself for a chat with Mohan Das Pai for 10 minutes, and Mr. Mohan Das Pai sitting in Bangalore on Skype can do a mentoring to the student in Surat. That is the kind of thing what we are planning. And I'm sure this cloud campus would be an exciting thing for the student community, and we would like to bring all the technology offerings of the institute through the cloud. One big bang change which we want to do for the students this year is we would like to revise the curriculum. Whenever we interact with top industrialists, we had the opportunity of meeting Kumaramangalam Birla last year. He said, Mr. Raghu, your curriculum is not dynamic. He's a chartered accountant, he's a member of our profession, he's a great fan of our profession. He says, you revise your curriculum once in 5 years. Please make it dynamic. You need to revise the curriculum as frequently as possible. So we have set up a new committee for review of education and training. We'll be floating an online feedback form to all the members. We'll be sending you a mail. Please give in your suggestion. And we would like to benchmark our curriculum to the other curriculums around the world. We find that the curriculums, when we go to England, when we go to Canada, we go to various other accounting regulators, we find that the curriculum is more modern than what we have. And we would like to see that our curriculum also is in tune with what is happening globally. Examination system, yes, we are planning for a lot of reforms, and I'm sure the student community would be immensely benefited with the reforms that we would like to take. The next area of focus, the eighth area, is technology. Technology is something I'm passionate about right from my young days. I still remember in 1987, I had the opportunity of attending computer classes. My father said, why don't you go for computer classes? And since then I was involved in COBOL programming, and I have a great liking for technology. And in the institute, I've worked towards a lot of initiatives like e-learning, webcasting, and so many other initiatives. And this year, I would like to see that we move forward on the technology front. We plan to set up a global technology center. When I shared this with Mohan Das Pai, Mr. Mohan Das Pai said, Raghu, you please do it in Bangalore. I will help you, I will support you. We have the best of the technology guys in Bangalore. Our intention to set up this global technology center, it's just I can say that we are putting a seed. We would like this technology center to develop software, audit software for use for the members. Today, what is happening, friends? The audit softwares are very expensive. Today, you go to a bank, everything is under CBS, core banking. You go to a big company, everything is on ERP. You need to have audit softwares. Today, what is happening? Members of the profession are hesitant to invest in audit software. We would like to have this global technology center to develop software for the profession. It could be a payroll software, it could be an accounting software, it could be an audit software. We would like to begin somewhere so that this global technology center of the ICI will be able to support the members in all the technology initiatives. On the 12th of February 2014, when I took charge, we launched 2 initiatives. I thought that is the right way to begin. We thought today the entire world is connected on the mobile phone. If we get 2 minutes time, we just go to our mobile phones, check our messages, check our SMSs, and check our emails. So I thought, why don't I bring the entire community together through a mobile app? That is the reason we launched a mobile app known as ICA Now, and I'm extremely happy to the members. In just about 4 days, more than 50,000 members have downloaded this mobile app. And in case you have not downloaded it, it's available on Android, and very shortly it will be available on your iPhones also. You can download this mobile app. We will be flashing all the information of the institute to you on your mobile phone so that you get connected to the institute. We also have launched a knowledge gateway, ICA knowledge gateway. All the knowledge resources of the institute, all the knowledge of the various committees which could be shared in public domain has already been hosted on the knowledge gateway. You could just go to the knowledge gateway and download the information you want, the latest international financial reporting standards, the Ind AS, or whatever you want, tax accounting standards, everything is available in the knowledge gateway. And these 2 initiatives was launched on 12th, and I'm extremely happy to inform you that the response has been excellent. For the student community, we have 143 computer labs today across the country. We have a plan to set up 50 computer centers, high-tech computer centers. Today, what is happening, we need to provide training to the students on new things, like as I told you, in an ERP environment, in a CBS environment, in a cloud computing environment. These 50 high-tech labs would provide opportunity for the students to get trained themselves in the latest in technology. And for all of you, finally, on the technology front, you'll be having a digital library. Digital library is a library where we'll provide you the user ID and password. You will have access to a lot of resources which we'll be subscribing centrally. And as members of the profession, you will be having the opportunity of having a digital library on your desktops. This is something which you are working, and I'm sure this will be one good initiative for all of you. The next area of focus would be branding. Branding, back. Yeah. The next area of focus would be infrastructure and governance. Friends, infrastructure is very critical. We have 143 branches. We need to support them in creating good buildings. We need to have centers of excellence. And I'm sure that yes, we'll be able to create more and more centers. And this year we have an ambitious plan of setting up 100 reading halls. Last year I took up this project, we set up 30 reading halls, and this year we have a plan of opening another 70 reading halls so that students can come to the institute and prepare for the examination. And then next area of focus 10 would be brand building. Brand building is something very important. I think each one of you would agree that yes, as an institute, we continuously should work on that. When I had the opportunity of meeting the President of India, Mr. Pranab Mukherjee, at his residence, he had good words about the profession. He talked very good about the CA profession about our members. When we met the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Manmohan Singh, even he had a lot of good words about the profession, about the members. And whenever we reach the top leaders of the country, the kind of branding what we have, I can tell you friends, is excellent. I think we should all be proud and happy that the top leaders of the country have so much of good words about the profession. We would like to continue with our branding. We can support our. Finally, friends, the 12th area is research. Research is something very critical, very important. And today we have to showcase ourselves in the global world that we are a profession that is doing well. We need to showcase our strengths in research. We have an accounting research foundation, and we would like to see how best we can, strengthen our research. And for that, I've requested, many universities to recommend. A letter has gone yesterday to all the top universities around the country to see how best they can help us to provide the research scholars so that we can step up our research projects. Finally, friends, I seek your participation. To make my action plan successful, your participation is very important. I've identified all the 12 areas. It has been hosted on the website. You decide where you can help me. I think each one of you can play a very important role in contributing. Today, you can play a very important role in any activities of the institute. You could be a technical reviewer, a peer reviewer, a part of the examination system, and your participation is extremely important. Your suggestions are welcome. All of you have my mobile number. You can reach out to me. You can SMS to me. You can, post your remarks on Facebook. I'll be very happy to get your suggestions, because ultimately, until I have your participation, until I'm able to get your feedback, I'll not be able to discharge my duties effectively. With these few words, I would like to thank the Bangalore branch for having invited me, Mr. Manoj Fadnis for having come all the way from Indore, for all the senior members for having felicitated me, and for all the members of Bangalore for having joined us this evening. It's been a delightful occasion, a great occasion, an occasion which I will cherish for a long time to come in the presence of all my family members. I don't think I could expect a better occasion this to felicitate me, and I'm thankful to Rupa for the kind words she has spoken about me, for the excellent way she has anchored this event. Thanks to you, Rupa, and thanks to all of you for a patient hearing. Thank you very much.